Good evening, everyone. Hopefully you all are doing very well. Welcome to another live stream. Bitcoin has come into some support. We'll review high time frame my thoughts on Bitcoin. That was our plan last week. We were around here, and I said in as long as Bitcoin is below 22.4k on bearish Bitcoin, it's coming to a huge level of support. I'd expect Bitcoin to get a bounce from around here, so I'll update that, share with you my long time frame, what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. We'll look at Celsius, we'll look at Lunar Classic, Dogecoin, all the questions that you guys may have, and any coin requests, some altcoins that I'm still bullish on. And yeah, let's have a really good live stream, guys. Give me a couple of minutes to post the link that I'm live. Hi, Bitcoin 2020. Good to see you. Teju, Cell Gang, how's it going, mate? We should have a Lunar Classic guy. Lunar Classic Lover, I think his Twitter handle is. We should be arranging a Lunar Classic AMA question style, finding out I'll share my thoughts on it, but we'll find out more about it. I don't know if he's here. If you're here, mate, shout up. So let me just post on Telegram. AD, how's it going, mate? A few people joining. Good to see, guys. Mike is good, thank you. Have you been trading any altcoins, Bitcoin 2020? AD, yeah, I'm doing good, mate. Just been really quiet. I'm still bearish. I've still got a short on Bitcoin on a high time frame level. But short term, yeah, buy Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll buy Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin now, mate. So short time frame, I'm expecting a rally towards. If you guys have followed myself, this is a bit strange. Let's get rid of that. I don't have that change. I think it's just updated it. Yeah, if you guys remember, we have like a strategy for CME gap close. So CME is going to open around here. I'd expect to move into 2040. Yeah, that's the thing. I think the way the market is going, it's not a bad idea. A couple of small cap coins that I'm in is Kuji, Juno. I don't think you can even get it here. GMX. Those are a couple of coins that I'm still bullish on. But apart from that, the market is very quiet. So being focused on other coins is not the worst thing to do. Any Celsius fans here, let us know. So we'll talk a lot about Celsius, what a dump it was. I'll share with you what I know fundamentally, and we'll try and arrange it's literally done a round trip, like a big pump and dump. But from trading point of view, I'm bullish now, guys. I did get a position on this. As long as we hold above $1, I'm bullish on this. So any pullback you get is a long setup. Right, so we'll do a quick mic chat. I think I've posted it on Twitter. Yeah, I've not posted it on Twitter yet. Let me just do that quickly, and then we'll get started. Whilst we wait, have you guys got any questions now before we wait for others to join? Cool, that's done. Right, just give me a thumbs up that you can hear me well before I start talking for about an hour. So people that have joined before, I usually give you guys my thoughts on the market, where I think Bitcoin is going high time frame, if you're ready for that. And then I spend a lot of time talking about altcoins, take questions, what's happening in the cryptocurrency market. So there's one big news that's happening is at the moment there's rumors about Mount Gox, so I'll talk a lot about Mount Gox. Elephant, please. Yeah, are you Christian? I think you are. Yeah, we'll have a look at Matic. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. I'll do Bitcoin first. If you're in a rush, Christian, let me know. We can get started with that. You guys can hear me well. Right, let me start off with Bitcoin on a high time frame. Teju, Lunatic Lover, are you on the live stream? Right, so let's get started then. So my thoughts from around here. This is huge support. There's a post on my Twitter, I talk about this. Bitcoin 20k is one of the biggest, most important support there is in the history of Bitcoin. We've never gone back to its previous cycle highs. So if you talk about this cycle high, that cycle high, Bitcoin's never reached its previous cycle high. So this is the first time it's done it, and you'd expect it to find some support. So I'm still leaning towards a rally. We've already had a rally. If you follow me, especially Ethereum has been great. Ethereum, I took a decent position with the merge rumors as well. Not merge rumors, the merge hype cycle. Ethereum has been a great trade. This was when Bitcoin was coming to 20k. Ethereum had a big pump. So we've had a big rally, and I'm still expecting to see a lower high. Again, I'm not sure if it's going to be, the bottom will start pumping up, but I'm expecting a bigger rally, and I'll still back that. And what I'm expecting to see is a lower high. I don't know whether this is going to be the lower high or we come down here around 17, 18k. And yeah, I just mentioned the Mount Gox, and I'll talk about it. I think I tweeted about it. I'll share with you guys my thoughts on Mount Gox as well. Yeah, I don't think it's as eminent. Just to give you a short, there's lots of rumors. People do it for likes and claims that, oh, it's happening now, buy and sell. I don't think it's going to be settled anytime soon. I think it's going to take at least 3, 4, 6 months before Mount Gox tokens are released. So I spoke to someone that is actually a creditor, so you'd expect him to know, and he said they've not even asked for addresses and stuff where they'll get their Mount Gox. So I don't see it happening. AD, I'm completely agree with. That's what I think. So that was a nice little rally, and these are so I started doing this 1st of July, where I said, look, I'm going to try and keep you guys on the right side of the market, and I'll post updates. So those were the buys. So 3rd of July, where was 3rd of July? Around here we had a nice rally. I mean, that is a tradable rally. It pumped about 25%, which is really good. This wasn't correct, so I thought hold above 23k would pump, but it didn't do that, and we dumped. So I've moved that into yellow because I didn't expect chop. I'll turn this green. So again, I do all this live, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel or liked the video, do that, guys. It really helps us out. So let me just green that. Is that how you do it? Where's it gone? Okay, I need to just change this. Okay, and then I'll write another update for today as well. So my plan now, I expect Bitcoin 20k to 19k to give us a bounce. So we've seen that dump. So it was around here. I said as long as we're below 22.4k, I'm bearish, and I'm expecting a rally down. We've had a 10% dump. I'm leaning towards a rally, and I've actually bought a Bitcoin position, and I'll allow one spike. You can see my green alert. That's how I trade. This is what I drew on Tuesday for people that are members in the Rocko trading group. This is what I expected. I expected some chop and then a rally. So we're seeing that chop. Could we now see a rally? I've entered into a position on this yellow, and if it gets back below this green line, I'll take a loser. So I'll take it like a 1% loser if it does that. I've already entered an early position, but if we see this, I'm going to expect a rally towards 20.5, 21k. That's the trade I'm looking at on short time frame. This is just a short time frame trade. Even if we, if we don't break out, we come down here and then break out later in the week, that's another setup. But I'm expecting something like this, even at least like this type of move. We saw a 5% move. I'm expecting at least a 5% move before the next leg down potentially, or in the future. We'll see what happens. If it does something like this and breaks out, great. But the way that it's looking, I'm leaning bullish. What do you guys think? Let me run a quick poll. You guys can comment. Are you bullish / bearish Bitcoin short term? I like to run this because it just gets a sentiment. We've got about 20 people watching. It just does a quick sentiment check. So do let me know what you guys think. $20.7, where's that level? Yeah, I think 20.70 where you said. My green line is at 27.80. That is my green line. Yeah, it could. I mean, I said this before. I said I was going to buy 20k, and I did buy 20k. We had a nice rally. But again, I've not invested new money in. For me, I think, the way Bitcoin is looking, it could have another leg down. For me, if we come into these levels, even if you don't like crypto, you need to buy it there. I'll have to pause you. I don't know why we get this type of people, guys. Oh, come on. How do I ban him? Guys, you guys can report him as well. It's just very annoying. Don't know why people do that. Just very, very annoying. All right, thanks guys for stopping that. So short time frame, that's what I'm expecting. You guys are more bearish. 69% bearish. Code Glitch, how's it going? He's I'm sure I follow him on Twitter. He's one of the sell short squeeze guys. Do you know anything fundamentally that you'd want to share, Code Glitch? I'll share with you my technical analysis. With Bitcoin dropping, it's just affected everything. But I'll share with you my thoughts on sell short squeeze. I've bought a position in sell short squeeze. Thanks, Teju. So that's what I'm expecting in Bitcoin. And one of the chart patterns I'll go back and refer to is something like this. Again, I don't know if we're going to get something like this. So one thing is that we lower high here and trend change. That's something we can do. An example of that is sort of here. The other thing is we break down and then chop and then we break out. That is a level where you'd expect, hi Sven, how's it going, mate? So that is an example I'd give you, and I would expect, I don't think it's just going to crash through here. Yeah, AD, I think I'm leaning bullish, mate. I'm leaning bullish here. If someone told you when Bitcoin was at 60k, you can buy Bitcoin at 20k, would you have bought it? That's the main question, isn't it? About 75% people are bearish by the look of things. That's like a litmus test for me. So short time frame trade wise, if I go back, so that's what I'm looking at. So let's do this. I'd say as long as we hold this, I'm expecting Bitcoin to put a lower high. I'm expecting Bitcoin to put a lower high around 17 to 18k. So let me change the date. I'll change this to black, so no background. And what we'll do is I'll review this. Like I said, I do this all the time. Maybe I need to start deleting it, but I just want to show you what I say, because you want to be able to verify what I say. You don't want to just follow someone that, you know, I've been doing this since, I mean, I've not even got my YouTube page open today. Usually I have. I mean, if people have been following me, I've been doing this since 2017, like public calls and YouTube stuff. So you guys have seen me, like, you need to follow people that have actually made calls, and you know, you shouldn't just blindly follow people. So go check out my previous posts and what worked, what hasn't worked. That will help you guys get a scheme of what my thoughts are. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a lower high. I'll allow one spike. I'll put that as well. I'll allow a spike into this red zone, but daily, weekly closes, I'll turn bearish. I'll allow a spike, but no daily / weekly closes. So that's sort of my update for high time frame Bitcoin. Let's see if we can put in a lower high. I will talk about all of that, mate. I'll talk about the dollar. Dollar is on a crazy, I mean, if you watch my last week live stream, I went on a rant, some of you may remember, about fundamentally what I'm expecting and inflation and all this stuff. But again, for now, I'm expecting this to hold. This was literally the high before the breakout. This was a 2018 high. That's why I'm in a long position. Let's see if we can get a move up. And if Bitcoin pumps, I'd expect Celsius to get an even bigger pump, and Celsius is moving long. I'll talk about Celsius later on, but Code Glitch is here, so I have bought Celsius. I posted it on Twitter as well. As long as we holding above this red zone, I'm expecting prices to come into 140, 150 level. I was away, so I couldn't get to buy here. I got in around here. I couldn't buy this. Again, you can check the time, 7 a.m. Sunday. I'm not usually at my desk. Yeah, AD, you can send me a message on Twitter. You can check out the Rocko trading group, but during a bear market, the activity isn't as great. I mean, I talk about people, join the group. Again, it makes me money, but I'll just be honest, in a bear market, the way we trade, I try and teach people to protect their wealth. Even I'll share with you this post by someone, actually. So this is this guy. So he tripled his money with me last year, but he's down to 16% this year, because the way he trades, he only long trades. So at the moment, it's a lot more harder to make money. The way what I teach people is protect your wealth, and I'm pretty confident that the strategies I teach, and I'm confident there's going to be another bull run. This is where you make life-changing money. Tripled your money, imagine that. And then we've seen rallies like this. I didn't make as much money here because I didn't have as much capital. I didn't take as much profit. But this rally has been life-changing. I usually say people need probably 2 to 3 bull market cycles. But you got to protect your capital. You got to know the hustle. Even now, there's projects I'm getting in. Message me on Twitter, AD. I'm happy to get back to you and happy to help you with anything I can. Yeah, the future stuff, so I'll get involved. I'll talk about that. So let me just finish off with Bitcoin. I think people enjoy my rants more. Last week was basically a rant. By the way, guys, we've got about 20 people watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. It really helps us out. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes. So yeah, my thoughts on Bitcoin is putting in a lower high like this. Short time frame, I'm long. I'll share the short time frame, but long term, I'm expecting a lower high and rally back into these levels, 23, 24, and even higher. I think I'd really like Bitcoin to come into like 28, 30k level. So that's my short time frame thoughts, and I'm expecting a lower high here, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, this one I didn't get right. 3 out of 4 is in bad prediction. I'll update you guys on this prediction as well as we go along. Short time frame, I am expecting a bit of a rally. This is the sort of the weekly daily closes. This was also the previous all-time high, huge support level. We can see this. I'm expecting a rally here. I have taken a bit of a long position, and let's see if we can hold. So if we start, I've got my stop there. You can see my stop. I've got my green line there. If we start getting back below here, I would have to exit. But for now, I'm leaning bullish. So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. Let's do a overall market thoughts. Before I even look at the stock market, you guys already know the correlation between the stock market and the dollar. But before I do that, I want to spend some time talking about the dollar index. We have not seen prices like this in dollar in 20-30 years. Last time the price was here was back in 2002. I mean, some of you might not even been born around 2002. This is absolutely crazy. What is happening in this world? This is a lot bigger than crypto, Luna, Celsius, your altcoin. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on. I mean, people are struggling to pay, even in the UK, people are struggling to pay their bills. Their energy bills are up, I think, £4,000 is 30% of someone's wage bill. It's absolutely ridiculous what is happening in this world. So there's a lot more going on, and this dollar strength is absolutely crazy. Even this bull market we had, the dollar price was around 2020. This was the Bitcoin bottom, and this was the altcoin season as Bitcoin dumped. And as the dollar dumped, that's what we need. And now it's just on its strength. Until dollar tops out, I would expect Bitcoin to just be weak, or at least not get a bull market. We're going to have rallies. There's always short-term rallies. I mean, even the guy, I've shared mainly long setups on Twitter and social media. I think people prefer long. People don't usually short the crypto from what I've seen. But what we really need to see is dollar top out. And I don't know when that's going to happen. And usually from what I've seen from tops, there's usually a huge sell-off or a spike or a fundamental news change. If you look at the Euro's not seen these prices. Again, October 2002, a euro is cheaper than a dollar. How does that even work? I mean, so if you're in Europe in the last 2-3 years, you've become 25% poorer. 20% poorer. That is a ridiculous thing that's happening. So you need to know what to do with your money. You need to have money in assets, in properties, in crypto, in commodities. You need to be buying in investing funds. So I have exposure to the US stock market. One thing I've talked about is, properties. If you're, again, new to crypto, learn to trade, invest in yourself. Those are a few things I'll say. If you've got a bit more money, you've saved up, my advice to you would be, if you've got money saved up, look to get in on crypto on this dip, buy property. That's amazing. Invest in funds like long-term funds. So in the UK, you get 20k free, tax-free money. Sorry, you can invest tax-free 20k, and that's something that I do every year. So every year 20k I'll put in like a fund, like a cheap fund, mainly investing in emerging markets in America, because I've got exposure to UK, the pound. I live in pound. I earn most of my money in pound. And my properties, valued in pound. So that's a very good advice. Those are little things that you can do. But again, what's happening around the world is crazy, and we need to see what happens with the dollar. And once the dollar starts topping out, then we'll see Bitcoin and the stock market rally. If you see the dollar top in March 2020, and I don't have to show you the Bitcoin chart, what happened March 2020, this was the bottom in Bitcoin, the 4K bottom before the crazy rally. So fundamentally, there's lots is linked, and unless we see dollar topping, it's going to be very difficult for Bitcoin to, crazy bull market, everyone throwing money at, Luna, Celsius, AVAX, FTM, back in the day, 3 Hours Capital, Celsius, we were just throwing money. No, I said it wrong. All right, so you basically you can invest 20k free, tax free, not you get 20k free. But I mean, you talk about money, right? A lot of businesses got 20k free. So I worked at a startup at the time with my friend. So we owned a startup. It was not to do with crypto, and that's another thing. Even if you're a full-time trader, do other things. I mean, in 2018, 2019, I went full-time. Not crypto, full-time trading I went, and you still need to have other ideas. So 1 year I ran this firm, and during COVID, yeah, exactly. Apologies. I think I said it wrong. I was going on in a rant. But what the point I was trying to make was, yeah, you can get money, and in I think lots of businesses got 10k free. So we got 10k. I got 5k free money from that business. Our business wasn't even doing well. We just literally had to show two things. We got a letter from the council, or because of COVID, the council is going to help you. And the amount of money that's been printed, that's why we're struggling. That's why there's super high inflation. And one of the things that a lot of people don't understand about inflation is that inflation is counted by looking at, I don't know, like fuel prices, like milk and normal things, but inflation doesn't include other things like expensive watches. They don't include expensive holidays, you know, wine. And a lot of the rich people, or even crypto, a lot of these rich people, no, it's not tax. So it's, I mean, let me just bring this up. It's called ISA, that's what it is. So every year you can put in 20k and it's not going to be taxed. All the money that you make from it, basically. 20k free would be good. But yeah, during COVID, they were giving free money. I mean, in America, what was that check you got that pumped Dogecoin? You guys got a free check, didn't you? How much worth a check did you get? Every American citizen, I think, got like a check. So, you know, in the Western world, we're giving free money away, and you can't just print free money. It affects inflation. If you keep printing, you got to pay it back at one point. America is in a amazing position where dollar is their reserve currency, which helps to, you know, pay back loans. You can just basically print money to pay back loans. Other countries are not at that luxury, so they can't just print money to pay back loans. They have to pay it in dollars. They have to buy dollar. But America is in a very luxurious position, and until, you know, that's why there's going to be a world order change, whether it's in 10 years time, 100 years time, whenever that's going to happen. There's going to be a new world order, and that's not going to probably include the dollar. It might include the dollar, but dollar not as we know it. So back in, when was it, when the dollar came off the gold standard, something like that's going to happen, where the way we see money is going to change, and that could be crypto. That's people that are watching this live stream. We hope that's crypto, but no one knows. So guys, let's talk about the index from a technical analysis point of view. So when it got back below, we had a little bit of rally. So if you go back to 26 again, you guys can check it yourself. I was bearish crypto below, and we had a bit of a rally in Bitcoin. Once we got back above, I'm bearish now, and dollar just looks like it wants to rally. I wanted to see a top here. This was a huge level. This was a multi-year breakout, and one of the great examples of, you know, technical analysis wise, I made a lot of money in gold. This breakout, this was a multi-year breakout. We pumped about 40%. So I don't know how high the dollar will go. The way it's looking, some people are saying 120, 110 is even crazy. And the way it's looking, I'd expect it to, I mean, come in from technical analysis point of view. I don't know what it means fundamentally. I'm not an economist, but it looks like it wants to come here. And that's how big the breakout is. This is a multi-year breakout. Since 2016, we've just been chopping here, and then we've broken out. So, you know, dollar could easily come into this level, and, you know, Bitcoin, if that happens, if dollar comes into here, I'd expect Bitcoin to get another leg lower to 15k, 10k. I don't know when, but Bitcoin would get a leg lower if that happens. So fingers crossed it doesn't happen. One thing I would point out is money has to go somewhere. Stock market has still been holding well, in my opinion. It's not dumped as much. With last week we sold off near the end, and that caused the Bitcoin dump. I want to watch this next week. So if the dollar keeps pumping and stock market is below, I'll write this down for you guys. And this is something, let me write this here. So Dixie above, what's that level? Let me put the date on it as well, so you guys can check. I mean, what I say, people that watch this live stream, I'm not promising you like you'll be millionaires, but what I do say is, if you follow this, I'll try and keep you guys on the right side of the market. And people that has been following me for years, again, I've got calls right, but I'd say overall I've kept you guys on the right side of the market, and that's my goal in this. I want to keep you guys on the right side of the market. So I'd say 108.50. Oh, let's put 108. Dollar above, I'll write it on the other chart. High time frame chart. This is such a big level, guys. This could be a fake out, and I'll come into the stock market next, and this wants to look like it wants to go down. I'd expect a leg lower towards this level. I think that could be the literal bottom, or at least a short-term bottom. But let me write this down. So Dixie, so 2808, Dixie above 108, and SPX below 4,000. What's that level? I mean, this red level, let's say 450, let's say. 450. Let's change this to 12. Bearish Bitcoin and crypto. So that's sort of my thoughts on how the wider market is affecting us. I think oil goes higher again unless there's some solution in the Ukraine and what's happening. Again, I don't want to banned on YouTube. I've already been banned a few times. You can see my followers and viewerships has been down. I might create a new YouTube channel. But anyways, I expect oil to have another leg higher. I don't think oil has topped out, and people that follow me, it is oil that I went full-time trading on back in 2018, and this is what I traded, and what a move that was. People that follow me for our pullback, the strategy that I teach, go back test it in oil. Maybe I was lucky trading that strategy, but that was a gold mine. Hi Mohammed, how's it going? No, I don't think that. I disagree with that. So let me just do this with you. Where's it gone? Why is this so dark? Okay, is there one for stable coins? What is going on this? What's the market cap? So that my question is, what's the market cap for stable coins? I mean, this is so many. USDK, Kuji stablecoin. Oh, there's no way of finding out, is it? I mean, what we could say is market cap. Yeah, if you look at the market cap for dollar and compare the market cap to this, you know, I don't think it has any effect to you. But again, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't think it has a big effect or any at all. So that's pretty much my thoughts on it. It's really important to see what happens here. If we can't start breaking back above, so do some type of structure, trend change, move up into here and break out, I think I'm still bearish. And that low level that I've talked about, I'm expecting this to be support and have a bounce. Code, that is true. I've seen that. I'm going to talk about that, and that's why I think we get a short-term rally, and long-term I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, it's where was it? What's the short? The shorts are increasing. Yeah, I'm expecting a sell rally, so we'll see that. So yeah, that is the thing. And if stock market don't bounce, so my prediction on short time frame rally on Bitcoin is I'm expecting stock market to have at least a bounce. If it doesn't and starts dumping, then I'm probably wrong on that BTC trade idea. So that's my overall market update. It's up to you guys now. Have you guys got any questions on Bitcoin, Celsius, Luna? I'm gonna talk about Luna Classic as well. Lunatic Luna Lover on Twitter, are you around here? I'm planning to hold an AMA, like Twitter Spaces, on Luna Classic Terra Rebel community, so we can find out more about it later in the week. Or should we do Celsius? Let's do Celsius. Unless anyone has any questions, I'll talk about Celsius. Few questions coming in. Yeah, we'll do Celsius next. No, it's because inflation and the banks and Fed rate interest and so on is why the dollar is going up. So, I mean, there's lots of things. So those are the reasons. And then I think dollar is just stronger. I mean, what's happening in euro is worse. I think the dollar is still stronger. It's still looked at as a safe haven. So these are like, if you look at the pound, right, this is... and I've got money in USD. I've got quite a bit of money in USD. So yeah, this is another thing I'll share with you, right? This is the pound dollar, right? This is things that I use in my trading, and I don't usually share this on Twitter. I share it with mentorships and like in my trading group. But one of the things I'll share with you, this is the pound, right? Look at its correlation with SPX. Again, it's not as strong correlation as you'd expect. But can you see the correlation of pound and the SPX? So in a way, the pound is a risk on asset. And again, this dump, can you see that? And you can go back. I mean, that is just mirrored. That is mirroring. The pound dollar is mirroring the SPX. So that is one thing we see. So a dollar is a safe haven. So which currency do I trust the most to succeed? Will I trust all these currencies, or will I trust the dollar? I think that's why dollar is going up, because it's looked at as a safe haven and everything else is being sold off. People are worried. And you still need the dollar for transacting and all that stuff. So that's my thoughts. Yeah, pound has lost massively, mate. It's not good for me. I mean, I'm lucky trading and stuff, but people that don't know anything, they're in a bad position. So Celsius, yeah, we'll do Celsius. Have I dumped Celsius? So I've been, I mean, if you just type Celsius on my Twitter account and you'll see all my positions when I've longed, when I've bought. So my thoughts on Celsius. So let me go into, I mean, you guys don't care about, people just care about what I do anyway. So my Celsius thoughts, I got involved with the Celsius community around here. So this was my first position. I made money on that, doubled my money. And back then I didn't really know the community. And once you know a community, you want them to do well. I tried trading again. I bought here. It pumped. I didn't sell because I was expecting a bigger move to 150. I lost about 10% of my trade. I took a loser. So I sold all sell. I wasn't involved in sell then. I bought sell again when it broke $1. And I sold in the first move up here. And then it just went berserk. So for the sell that I bought here, I'm still holding some of that. I'm about 20%, I think I'm still holding. And as long as we hold above $1, I'm happy to hold that. If it starts getting back below $1, I'll probably sell that as well. But all these trades I've taken above here. So this one, I posted it live on Twitter. I'm buying, stop loss, all the exact stuff. You can go check it. There's also like FTX. It shows you when you're buying, selling. And I bought it here, bought it there. And then once we got up here, I said, look, if it gets below here, I'm going to take profit. And then back here, sold. So all my positions here, I was out of it completely around 275. The only sale that I had was the one that I bought in $1. I bought $2 and I bought a decent sized position around $2. And again, I posted the same thing. I'm buying $2. I'm expecting a rally. My stop loss, again, I said if it gets back below here, my stop loss was here. I took another loser here because I bought in here. I bought in here. And then once it got back below, I got stopped out. So around $2, I took a loser on sale. And I've posted the same thing again around here. So I said, look, it's dipping now. I don't know how low it will go. Wait for it to get back above. I said if it gets back above there. It didn't. It dumped. And then we got back above here. And that I was asleep, so I couldn't buy it then. I got in around here. And this is what I posted on Twitter. I mean, has it spiked this? I mean, this goes down a bit. Maybe I should take a bit of profit in Celsius now, because this has hit this resistance. My target was here. You can see my target. I'm expecting it coming to here. But yeah, maybe if it comes back into 1.7, you could look to buy. But that is the position I'm in now. If that breaks below these lows, then maybe I'll have to reconsider. But that is the trade position I'm in now. Long term, I mean, people say is sell short squeeze worked. I mean, it has done a 10x. What else do you want? It's done 4,000%. That is ridiculous. And, you know, that is absolutely ridiculous. Thanks, Vivek. but you can wait for the traps code. So, you know, $1, everyone was buying $1. I mean, this can be explained code in, that's why I said wait for a trend change. And I could get wrong. I got $2 wrong. I thought $2 was going to see a bounce. And like trading is all about, you know, it's probability. You trade enough and then some work, some don't. My goal is to win more than I lose. That's how I make money. So, you know, I got it wrong there. And my plan here, my thinking, I can share with you my thinking. And this is, so I share with you a simple rules-based strategy with, you know, teach strategy, trend changes, pullbacks. That's what I teach. But it's not just about that. It's understanding what's going to happen and what's going to, yeah, we'll do Cardano, mate, don't worry. So my logic was, right, everyone is buying, and there's lots of big players, and I won't call out names. There's few people that I trust in the Celsius community, and they're amazing people. They're actually wanting to help, but there are a lot of bad players as well. They're telling you to buy $1, but they're actually selling into it, and then they wait for another dump, wait for it to stop out, and then buy. They're taking profits, and it's anything. It's nothing too bad with Celsius community. When money is involved with anything, people are going to think in their own interest, and, you know, you shouldn't even trust me. You should, you know, trust yourself. So yeah, my thoughts was everyone's going to buy $1, so it's likely going to go lower, and it did. Once people give up on it, then we're going to see a pump, and that's exactly what happened here. And this happens a lot. I can find you hundreds of charts where this has happened. So that's my thoughts on sell short time frame. I'm still expecting a leg higher. If you ask me, I mean, I think it moves up into like 170, potentially even $2. I expect sell to come into these levels, and then we potentially top out again. So this trade, my target is there, and then we can review. I'd expect another lower high. If sell short squeeze is going to be a longer term big move up again to like $4 or $5, I think $1 needs to hold. From fundamentally, there's obviously rumors. Yeah, everyone has their own interest. Don't trust me, don't trust anyone. You know, I'll share with you my thoughts. Use it, you know, follow me for a few months, you know, check the group out if you're interested, but you need to do what works for you. So that's, I've been here since 2017. I've seen it happen a lot of times where all you can do is listen to me, listen to other people, but then think about what actually makes sense to you, and always think about risk management. You know, my course I teach, our first 3 to 4 lessons is all about risk management, protecting your wealth. So that's my thoughts on it short term. Long term, again, there's obviously 2 news code can, or other Celsius short squeeze community members can correct me. 2 news is that tokenization of Celsius mining, which is valuable, that could give the token value and a rally. So that's one news. And the other news is if someone buys out. So there were rumors about Binance buying out, there were rumors about XRP buying out. Those are a few things that could cause sell to rally from a fundamental point of view. Shorts aren't as much. I mean, short time frame shorts are rising, which is a bit dumb to see. I think that's why we keep seeing price. So if we see what time the shorts bottomed, is 5 o'clock on the 26th. Let's see what the price happened 5 o'clock on the 26th. So this was here. It literally, the short started rising and the price has gone up 40%. I expect, looking at this, I expect another rally, and that's what my position is. I'll update you guys on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'll update you guys there. And this live stream, I try and do live streams once a week. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let your friends know. It all helps out. So that is sort of my thoughts on it now, guys. I'm expecting sell to have a rally, and after that we'll review and I'll share with you my thoughts on it longer term. Any questions, guys? And I plan to hold another Celsius spaces, and we'll ask the key members of the guys what's going on if you guys are interested. This week I want to do Lunar Classic. Yeah, that's another thing as well, code. That would be another big thing, mate, if we see that. Short time target. So this is a target, this is a resistance. I'm expecting here, so from this position, I've not taken profit on this position yet. I'll sell some. Again, I'm telling you guys what I'm going to do. I'll sell some before I go to sleep tonight. And the only thing that's making me hold this is I'm expecting a rally in Bitcoin. So that's why I'm thinking that maybe I should hold it. But again, I could always jump back in, but tonight before I go to sleep, I'll exit some position and then move up, target here. And if Bitcoin pumps, I'm expecting sell to pump even more. So that's my thoughts on Celsius, guys. Any other questions from the Celsius community? what happens to it long term, again, I'm not a lawyer, I don't know. That's going to be my first thing. I'm sharing with you my trading thoughts. Long term thoughts depends on all the news. It depends on what you mean. So if you're trading short time frame, no, but you can't hold a position. Like if you don't have risk, one of my best trades is, again, this is documented on Twitter, is when I said Luna below here I'm selling, and it's happened so many times. Like if you don't have an exit, you're gambling. You need to have an exit plan. I mean, I don't think I can get the Luna chart. The old Luna chart with the crazy prices. I mean, this was a meme post. This is on Twitter, by the way. Check this. I posted this breakdown on Luna. I don't think I can get that Luna chart with history. There we go. So one thing I said, right, once something breaks down, don't hold. So one of the key things I said was if it starts breaking below 80, I think I said, I started taking positions on here. I bought quite a bit above 100. Once we got back below there, I didn't like it. But I said, if it gets back below 80, exit. Yeah, I'll do all the altcoins, guys. I'm going to be here for at least, I'd usually live for an hour. This is one of the best things you can learn, guys. And even if you don't learn technical analysis and you're more of an investor, so Code is talking about investing, one of my best advice was here. I said, look, from trading point of view, if you got in at $4, $5, like wholesome, I held some Luna, I got liquidated in one of my Mirror Protocol accounts. But what I said is, if you bought any Bitcoin above 50 or above 80 or 100, sell below here, buy back if it gets above 100. Okay, and look at what would have saved you on all of that. And I said the same strategy on sell now. If sell gets above $1, I'm buying. Read my Twitter post. What did I say? I posted my buy setup again. This is when I bought it. This was on weekend. Again, I don't usually trade. Exit below, wait for trend change to buy above $1. So I didn't buy if it broke below not 0.9. Exit, wait for trend change to buy again. And this work again. This has worked. I'm showing you an example that's worked. This could have not worked, right? If it came in here and then just dumped, I would have lost money. Like I'd lost at $2. I lost money on $2. So again, if you're new, so if you haven't traded and you're saying, look, I'm gonna trade, and you're not gonna make money. I've been doing this since 2014, 15. I started trading like forex, stocks, gold. But 2018, 2019, I went full time crypto and trading. So I spend 18-hour days. There's members in the group. There's a lot of members in my group. Is mainly people that trade on the bull market. They make a lot of money on bull market, but there's lots of people that trade. There's probably 4 or 5 people that trade like amazing scalp in and out full-time trading, but there's most people, I'd say about 50%, 70% is guys that are staking and playing altcoins and then making money in the crazy bull market. My setup is like, for new people, is buying 4-hour pullbacks and running. If you're new, you can't trade short term. Right, so I'll move away from sell then. If you have any questions later on, let me know. Is Lunatic Lover, he was meant to be on Twitter with me. If he is here, I'll spend a bit of time talking about Luna Classic. Anyone interested in Luna Classic? If not, I'll wait for Twitter Spaces. So I'm hosting a Twitter Spaces with Luna Classic. They're doing some cool stuff with burning their own staking, lots of news coming out, and this can be seen in the price. The price is going crazy. Why is this not working? I don't know why that's not working. I'll have to look at altcoins here. So someone asked for Cardano. Let's have a look at Cardano. So Cardano as well, if Bitcoin low holds, I'd expect this to rally up into 48.50 cent level. So this is, you'd expect it to be a lower high here, which it's showing like it is. So if we start trend changing, you can look to buy some targeting here. That would be a trade I look for. Again, this is not top of my list. This is not a coin that I would trade. I prefer coins like LUNC, SNX. They're more bullish. Atom, I like Atom. Atom could be breaking out, and these are coins that I prefer if I'm trading. So I'll probably prefer SNX now. They've got some news update, which means SNX is being burnt more. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've got a member in my group that said he's buying SNX. I mean, he bought it at 270, I believe. I've not got in yet. I think this could be a nice $3 trend change, and that would be my trade. So this is a coin that I like short time frame. Really small caps, I like Kuji. I've put some money in Kuji, I've put some money in Juno, and I've got quite a bit of money in GMX. These are some small cap coins that I like. I can talk about them fundamentally as well if people are interested, but those are a couple of coins that I think, unless Bitcoin dumps, it's going to do well. Yeah, I hope as well Loonsea can come back. Let me see if I can get, I don't know why my computer, oh, there we go, it's working now. So Loonsea is a coin that I like. I type in Loonsea and you'll see the trades I've posted on Loonsea. You can go back and see 23rd of August was this breakout. I got in a position in Loonsea. I haven't bought any more. I sold here. I still hold 25% of the ones that I bought. I'm expecting to move into here. I'll wait for my AMA later in the week, and then I'll probably buy some more Loonsea. So that's my thoughts on Loonsea. It's a project. I like coins that are going up. Another coin that I like, again, fundamentally, I do not like this coin. I really don't like this coin. Actually, I think the pump's already happened in this. I wouldn't buy this, right? Ignore what I said. Maybe I'll short this one. This doesn't look very good. I said is what's his name? Elephant. Are you still interested on Elephant? Let me get Elephant chart up. Who asked me about Elephant? I don't know your Twitter name or YouTube name. Not always rise. At the start of the live stream it was, I think. Extra XXE. Are you still here, or you've got gone now? Elephant's pumping. I mean, this is a very, I don't own any, just being completely honest, but this isn't a crazy book. This is like a, so this is, there's a guy called David. He's been a member of my group. We used to trade PooCoin coins. So these are like very small market cap. These can do like 10x's. I am not doing this now. I'm just being honest. So people joining Rockstar trading group say, oh, share with me 10x coins. I'm not doing this now, but I do this in a bull market because you could buy it. You basically have to trade it like extra CUR here. The way you have to trade it is basically you have to trade it like you could lose your money. So if you have a $10,000 account, you don't put more than 1k in a position, because your stop loss is basically like 50%, or like you lose what you put in. So but maybe I'm pumping Elephant's bag a bit. This is a DeFi protocol from what I can remember. They have had a protocol update, and what was your, I mean, you've done quite well, haven't you? Let me, Elephant Treasury. So you guys can do this. So this is what we do. Even in a bear market, there's always Treasury. What happened here? So this was the dump, wasn't it? What day? It was April. Yeah, you can see this. This was the dump. So since then, what's been happening in Elephant? The Treasury is going up. So basically they've made a change and the Treasury is going up. And one thing you can do, you can buy this. As long as the Treasury is going up, you can be bullish on this. Yeah, there was an exploit, wasn't it? So that could be a trade strategy. So people that are people that are here, you know, I mean, a lot of people that are here are probably new, not experienced a bull market. Investment plan or trading strategy for this, as long as we hold these lower highs. So let me draw two lower highs. So I like the one that's here, this lower high, and the other one, let's say even this lower high. As long as we're above these two lower highs and the Treasury is going up, you could buy this. If the Treasury starts going down, Yeah, if the treasury starts going down and the price is below 8,000, exit. And this you're degening into. It is crypto for degens live stream. We're not normal people here. Yeah, if that happens, I'd get out of it. But that is a potentially a cool trade setup. So again, if you are investing in this, please don't put in more than, like, don't put in, if you have 100k, don't put in more than 5k. If you have a 10k, don't put in more than 1k. That will be my thoughts on this if you are putting money in. But do your own research on this, but that will be a plan that makes sense in my head. So let me know what you guys think, but that is my thoughts on this. Okay guys, any other altcoins you want me to look at? So I'll be here for another 10-15 minutes. We can have a look at other altcoins. Yeah, Theta, I can have a look at Theta. Is Shade, is it an Atom protocol with privacy features, like privacy features? So Theta, I think we get a rally in Theta. Theta is not a bad, like that position I shared, you can buy this again in a similar position in Theta. Trade it to there. Yeah, I'll do key. Do you know what? I'll do key after Theta. Manish has asked a couple of times now. I expect to move like this. What big news, Mohammed? I'm happy to look into it. VGX, yeah, I should do VGX, shouldn't I? VGX had a big pump. So Theta, I mean, that thing that I drew, I literally could draw this here again and then see what happens. You buy support, sell resistance, buy support, sell resistance. You repeat. I still think this could be a big accumulation. It could do another spike down. One of my best trades that I called live is Cardano. Back in here, let me go back to the weekly. I took a couple of losers on this, but this ended up being a crazy 10x monster. So we broke out, we dumped, we faked out. This was a sell-off in May 2020 and this was the bottom. So I would love to see something like this in a lot of altcoins. If we get that, guys, just buy. You know, I say, like, if you have 10k, don't put more than 1k. You could even put in, you know, a few people have messaged me about Shade Protocol. I don't know if Shade Protocol is being shilled though. That's something that scares me. Let me just check. I'll have a look at Shade Protocol in a bit, but I mean, lots of people have asked me about Shade. I don't know if it's like, and it's in like Sienna Swap. Again, I don't really trust, unless I know the people. Like Kuji, I've messaged people, so I trust Kuji a bit more. But yeah, that's what I'd like to see in Theta. So who asked for Theta? That's my thoughts on Theta. Someone asked me about Key a couple of times. Let me have a look at Key. I'm assuming it's on Binance, Self Key. I've not looked at Key in a while. Just eyeballing this chart, a quick support resistance is this, right? This is a big support resistance. And below there, you should be bearish. But again, so weekly I'm bearish. But then it's a huge daily support. So this is not the best. The best thing is when everything lines up, but this is a huge support. So your bias is it should not get back below there if you're correct. So we can look for a trade now. That is not a buy for me, but if it does a lower high trend change, that is a buy. Stop loss below, target there, boom. Manish, let me know what you think about this trade setup. If it works, buy me a coffee. VGX was the next one I said I'll do. Mohammed, message me on Twitter about, send me some information about Shade Protocol. I'll look into it. When lots of people tell me about a project, I want to look into it. VGX again, this is literally like a picture of pumping up. You know, lots of people, I would love to see Cell do this. If Cell does that, I'm going to take profit on most of this trade that I got in. Like a pump into $2, that would be amazing for me. From trade point of view, again, I'm not trying to dump on people. I'm not saying sell or it could carry on going up. But that will be a trade setup, and people, I'm going to tweet this, and you know what, this will probably get a lot of likes if I do this. Like, people don't understand like how quickly things can pump. If there's lots of shorts opening up, which it looks like it is, and big people start buying, we could have a big spike easily. And this is low liquidity. I mean, even on FTX, me getting fills, I have to like sell in small amounts because you can't just sell. It's not liquid enough. So it could easily get a move up. So VGX, I don't know as much on the VGX community. I wouldn't buy VGX now. It's like when it dumps to $1, I said look to buy sell. I'll say the same thing. What? I don't think that's true, Code. Or Emmanuel, sorry if I'm calling it Code. But yeah, that's my thought. I don't think it's gonna happen. I wouldn't buy this. I'd prefer, because it's already had like a 2x. I want to get in before, so I got in Cell before. Cell is around here in my opinion. Cell probably does something like that, around $2. Okay, Anchor for Bitcoin 2020. I'll take a couple more altcoin requests, so comment now. Anchor, I kind of like, I mean, this is again, can you see the weekly resistance where it rejected weekly 20 MA and then previous support resistance. So what is my thoughts on this now? I mean, I would say as long as it can't get back above this support resistance short time frame, I don't really want to buy this. And if you do, you're basically trying for a move up into here. So I mean, one trade idea could be this. You're expecting this low to hold, comes into there. That could be a trade idea. That is crazy. I mean, that is, how did that work? I thought I would have seen it on Twitter if that had happened. That is really bad. Might be a glitch, but if that's true, I mean, FTX should come out and apologize if they just blocked the sell button. I've never heard or seen anything like that. That's my thoughts on Anchor. Bitcoin 2020, you can hold me accountable next week. XRP, any hope? I don't think you should be buying XRP until after the news event, or if you know insider news that it's going to pump, you could buy it. If it comes into here even without the news, I'll probably buy XRP, because that is just crazy price. 60. If we get like a crazy sell-off, and I said buy XRP here, I'd buy. I don't like XRP. And one thing about me, I think people say, oh, why do you try and help Luna community, Celsius community? They've been scammed. I help everything. You know, crypto, we're all in this together. I read a lot of psychology books, and one thing I talk about is, you know, more black people kill black people, more Muslims kill Muslims, and more hate from crypto community comes from other crypto people. So one of my biggest things in life is just don't share negativity. If you don't like it, that's fine. But if I can help, so I want XRP to succeed. You know, I was massively in Luna, but I wanted other projects to succeed. I was in Dogecoin more, but I was happy to, well, I wasn't happy to see Sheep pump because I didn't have as much Sheep. I had more Doge and Flocky. But, you know, I want cryptocurrency to succeed, or people in cryptocurrency, decentralization. That's what we believe in. You know, there's lots of bad stuff happening with, you know, the rich, you know, oppressing us and not using Bitcoin and all this stuff. Again, I don't want to get into a rant. Maybe we'll leave it for another live stream. You know, we want crypto to succeed. We want everyone to succeed. So help each other. Don't share hate. You know, support other cryptocurrency projects. There are scammers, and I hate them. Avoid them. They're like a plague. But there's a lot of good people as well trying to create stuff. You know, even Luna. I don't think Do Kwon wanted to create Luna, pump Luna to cause it to dump. He genuinely believed in algorithmic stablecoin. I still think algorithmic stablecoin is key. Could Kuji's algorithmic stablecoin work? Maybe, but we need algorithmic stablecoin in crypto. We saw the usefulness of it. Stablecoin is really important. Bitcoin would not have pumped in 2017 if it wasn't for stablecoin. Everyone that's watched today, about 20-30 people, I'm pretty sure 80% of you use stablecoin. It's a great way to get people into crypto. So anyways, that's my little rant, and I want XRP to succeed, like I said. That's pretty much it, guys. Any final questions? So I do this every Sunday, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to find out more, reach out to me on Twitter or check out the trading group if you're interested. Any final questions? Vote deep, guys like the vote deep. I don't know what that means. Oh, thanks, Mohammed. Appreciate that, guys. But yeah, thanks for watching. I do this every Sunday, so Sunday 7 p.m. I will be live again, so I'll catch you guys then. Mikhail, are you from back in the day? There was I had an Australian friend back in the day called Mikhail. But hey. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. Likes, support this channel, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next Sunday 7 p.m. One of the key things, just to remind ourselves, I really want Bitcoin to hold this 20k level. If we start breaking down our short time frame, I'm gonna exit my position, but I'm expecting a little bit of a bottom and a rally towards 20.8 21k, and then we'll review. That's my short time frame plan, and I am expecting maybe a lower high or a spike below, but I'm expecting this red zone to hold. So have a great rest of the week, guys. I'll catch you guys next Sunday. Goodbye.